I run the Instagram account World Tree Mead. If you don't know what mead is, it's basically honey wine. Fairly simple. Today we're going to be making a 5-gallon batch of a hopped traditional mead. So we're going to be using some really high quality honey here that we got from Walmart. And then we're going to be using some Kveik Lutra. Super excited to use this. We are going to heat the honey today because it's like 50 degrees out. It'll help us pouring it into the carboy and mixing it. So basically we've got some like regular water we got from the bathtub, and we're just going to let them sit for probably like 5 to 10 minutes. £12 of honey is roughly a gallon of volume. So 3 pounds of honey per gallon.
How much was all the honey cost?
It's 5 pounds of honey, and it was about, I want to say, 13 to 14 bucks. Super
Each?
cheap. Each.
So we're talking a total batch size, 5 gallons roughly for almost like less than 50 bucks.
Yeah.
Throw in the yeast cost, that was like 10 bucks. A little bit of nutrients, which I don't really consider.
Like obviously this is not the best quality honey you could ever buy. Like some people say this is fake honey. It's possible it could be fake honey. They said with some of the ways you can tell that the honey is probably not pure is if it has more than one origin, and this stuff has 3, actually 4. It says product of US, India, Ukraine, and some other crazy place I've never heard of.
What's going on, everybody? It's Dylan with the Hop Killer Brewery, where we bring you the brews, reviews, and how-tos. And you just got done watching the mead that we're about to get into here in a second. And I'm sitting here with Derek from World Tree Mead, the mastermind behind this batch. So he hasn't been able to try this yet, and I have racked it and kegged it and took a few samples here and there. So I've had it a little bit, though it's been about a week or so since I've had it. Derek, again, has not.
Super excited for it.
Yeah. So again, this was, where was the honey from?
Smart and Final.
Smart and Final honey. We used 10 pounds.
Yep.
The starting gravity was 1.078. It finished at 0.998. So dry as a bone, 10.5%. And then this was also dry hop with 5 ounces of Citra hop. And there was a little bit of yeast mishap, so to speak, during the process, and we'll break into that here in a second. But first, let's open this. Dead silent.
Not super.
It's been carbonated like... Oh, I'm making a mess. If there's any particles, I'm sorry.
No.
Because I know some of the dry hops.
Yeah, it's super hard
over.
to get that out, dude. The hops.
Yeah.
You need like a legit filter.
Yeah. So, this has been in the keg, cold and carbonating or under carbonation, under pressure for, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks maybe now. It's cold. It's got a little chill haze or whatever it is in mead. I don't know. But yeah.
Because that's usually like the default color for a traditional mead. It's like a honey, like golden color.
Yeah. Well, while you break into the aroma, take some tastes or sips off it, I'll kind of tell you guys kind of what happened. So initially the plan was to make this batch truly with Lutra from Omega Yeast, just because of how much it's been hyped and how clean it is and yada yada, high tolerance, everything Kveik has to offer, along with the clean characteristic that Lutra has. That was the plan. We pitched it. A day goes by, no activity in the blow-off tube. 2 days go by, nothing still, which at this point I'm thinking this thing's pretty hosed, at least the yeast itself, because the fact that Kveik's supposed to take off so fast, and it has it in my experience in beer, though I haven't used Lutra, I use Hornindal and Voss. Anyways, 48 hours in, I'm texting him saying, hey, this stuff isn't taking off. Like, what do you want to do? Kind of freaking out a little bit. But I had a pack of Lavin EC-1113.
Yeah.
1118. Or 13. I don't remember the last two. But regardless, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to throw this in and make sure that something kicks off in this mead, you know? And
yeah, because by then it should have been kicking.
It should have been ripping. But by then, nothing kicks off for like another 10 or 12 hours. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Well, I have a domed lid on my little SS Brewtech buckets with a 3-inch tri-clamp and a threaded hose barb for the blow-off. And so I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to try and put like the regular lid, the flat lid. They both have the gasket. I've never had a problem before, but lo and behold, I put the flat lid on with a regular airlock. And the second I clamp down on that thing and fill the airlock, it starts bubbling. So it's obviously been going, but there was no activity before pitching the wine yeast from the top-down view when I was looking through the port just to see. So I thought maybe the Lutra was just a dud. But anyways, it was ripping, 10 or 12 hours after putting in or co-pitching the EC-1113 or 18.
One of those, I don't...
Correct me down in the comments,
Yeah, I've never used that yeast before.
And I don't remember. It's triple IPA season, so my mind's a little blurry.
But from the little research I did do on the Kveik Lutra, it's really nitrogen dependent. So from the few people who've made mead with that yeast, they said that they've put extra yeast nutrient in.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So we put in the recommended amount.
Yeah, we put the recommended amount.
Nothing extra.
Of Fermaid O, right?
K, I think it was K. But then before there was no activity, you're like, throw some more nutrients in. I think I did that before adding the wine yeast. I think I did that 24 hours in. And then that's when I started panicking and threw in the wine yeast and put the flat lid on with a regular airlock.
Because with like honey, the yeast is not getting a lot of nutrients.
Yeah, so you need to add in those nutrients for the yeast.
And you using a very like nitrogen dependent yeast,
Yeah,
like Lutra, I'm thinking it was possible it was just needed more nutrients in it.
Yeah.
Because when the stuff that I made with the Lutra stuff, I put double the amount of nutrients in, and it kicked off within 5 hours.
Let's do the appearance and then the aroma. You already kind of hinted on it, but it looks good. How does it smell?
It smells interesting.
I get the wine yeast character.
The hops aren't really...
I think the wine yeast is very overpowering.
Yes, the wine yeast is there.
And this was done at 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So whatever that is in Celsius, I'm not too sure. But it's doing a little hotter than...
Yeah, the wine yeast is definitely there. The hops are kind of not there, which is weird.
Right?
Because
I don't get much in the aroma from it. I get a lot of the wine character, or the wine yeast
it
character.
almost just tastes like almost a white wine.
Yeah, now that you say that and you
from
put
the
that
taste,
in my head,
it reminds
I get it
me,
from a smell or from an aroma standpoint too.
Yeah, it really reminds me of like a white wine.
It's like a less tart white wine.
The more I taste this, I feel like that wine yeast is what kind of took over.
I think it just dominated.
It did.
It smells like it. It tastes like it.
Because this tastes almost completely different than the stuff I made.
It tastes like wine.
It tastes like wine.
It tastes like white wine.
But
do you think that has anything to do with the lower quality of honey? Or no?
Honestly, like obviously if you use better quality honey, you're going to get a better product. But it's nothing that crazy, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've tried local, like legit honey, and I've compared it to like Walmart honey. And there is a difference there, but it would not create that big of a difference.
That big of a difference where it's tasting like wine and not mead.
No.
So we just clickbaited you. This isn't even mead. Joke's on you. This is wine.
But mead is technically wine. Kind of, sort of.
It's, it's still honey wine, but geez, dude, it doesn't taste like mead. You know, it's so because you had brought me those canned meads with brewer's yeast, and I was like, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Granted, it was 6 or 7%.
So it was, it's from a brewery in Vermont, I believe, called Grenfell.
Meadery?
It's a meadery, and the mead that we had was called Hop Swarm, which is a dry hop mead. It's pretty good, and we try to somewhat imitate that. I don't know what their recipe is, but it's a traditional mead that's been dry hopped.
Yeah.
So, and this tastes
nothing like it. No, this is honey wine for sure. Very white winey, very tart. It has like that.
It's good. Like I could drink it.
Yeah.
But if you're into white wine, you would love this.
Yeah.
Straight up, like you would love this. If you're not into white wine, you're gonna be on the fence about it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think my lady would love this. I think in the aroma, I get like a little bit of the hop character, a little bit.
Back end for sure.
Yeah.
You get a little. I feel like you get some hops towards the back end.
Yeah. Yeah, you get some in the back. Yeah, it is nothing like I would have thought.
No.
But nothing what I was hoping for, to be quite honest.
No, it came out completely different than I thought.
This was pretty much a botch.
Yeah.
This is a white wine.
This is our first time trying it, so.
Yeah. What would you want to do differently with this particular recipe? So for those watching and discovered they just got bamboozled, what do you think would clickbaited? What do you think would make this from the Kveik Lutra / wine yeast Citra dry hop mead? If you want to make it more like a Citra dry hop mead, one, I'm thinking we double the hopping amount.
Double, yep.
Which is 10 ounces per 5-gallon batch, which is pretty heavy. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't I've never even seen like a mead dry hopped recipe, so I'm not even sure how much you should add.
Yeah.
Definitely add more yeast nutrient.
No wine yeast.
No wine yeast.
No
'Cause
wine yeast.
I'm pretty sure, which I'm surprised that Lutra didn't take off.
I think we
how
got
much-
a dud packet.
Yeah,
There's no way. That thing should have ripped.
From all the reviews, from everything,
Yeah.
it seemed like that
That thing
was
could
like
ferment dirt, from what people say.
just throw it in some dirt.
Yeah, and something's gonna happen. But I mean, though, I have seen, and especially in seltzers and meads, from other like YouTubers I've watched and forums I've read, they'll feed it. So they'll do more yeast nutrient right off the bat, which we should have done. But then 12 to 24 hours in, they're adding
They'll
more.
do a yeast step nutrient schedule.
Yeah, and then they'll add more like 24 hours later, and then 24 hours later, and like basically ensure that it's gonna keep going. So we screwed up there, screwed up from the start. I think we got a dud package. So double the hop rate, no wine yeast,
Yep.
double or triple the yeast nutrient right off the bat.
At
Yeast-
least do like a stepped yeast
adding
schedule.
it, feeding it along fermentation, and a different yeast,
And if you want, you could use a better quality honey.
better quality honey.
If you want.
Man, I wonder if we should do a blind triangle mead test where we use really expensive honey, really cheap honey, fermented the same way with the same things, and compare. See if we can tell out. That'd be a cool video. It's
Plenty
a
drinkable.
10.5% drinkable ass liquid.
Like, it has no heat to it.
Zero. And cold.
Like, honestly, I could drink this better than a white wine. I
Yeah.
feel like. And who knows, like, it warmed up. Like, mead is very cool because you can drink it at all different temperatures and have way different experience.
Yeah.
Which is a cool part about mead. There's 1,000 ways you can drink it. There's
Yeah.
no right way to drink mead.
Yeah.
It's kind of to your preference.
Totally. By the way, we started drinking mead at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
For this video.
It's literally 9 o'clock in the morning.
to 9. So instead
Breakfast
of
of
coffee,
champions.
yeah, we skipped on the coffee. We went straight to white wine. So this is a traditional mead fermented with Lutra only.
The same yeast that we try to use.
Yeah. You use more yeast nutrient. How long did this take from pitching to when you could have bottled it? Or
pitching to bottling, it took 8 days.
that's crazy.
And then this mead is literally not even 2 weeks old.
If you want to create a drinkable mead in 2 weeks, get you some Lutra, some Walmart honey, or Safeway honey, or whatever. And this is hit with mango and passion fruit extract.
Yep.
But it's still a 5-gallon batch,
Yeah.
right? So you use 10 pounds of honey again? So it's like around the same percent?
It's literally
10.5%?
10.5%.
It finished at 9.98? Or like
Yeah.
similar?
It dried completely.
Maybe the
out.
Lutra was
But
in there, but it just got
I added
dominated.
it. Obviously, this has got a little extra sugar in it because it hasn't carbonated, bottle carbed all the way.
I think the sweetness helps.
It does.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's
But
too dry.
it doesn't taste like dry wine. It doesn't taste
No.
like white wine anymore.
No, it tastes like a mead with passion fruit and mango. This is really good.
Using that Lutra and seeing the hype it was getting online about other people using it in mead made me want to go out and try it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty happy I did. I'm used to drinking like the D47 yeast for mead. So to me, I'm not used to this as mead.
It's clean.
It's super clean.
It's like almost like the fact that that nuance of mead or anything fermented with D47 is completely gone. And you only notice it, I feel like, when it's gone because there's a lacking part that you're expecting.
I feel like using this Lutra will speed up the drinkability of your mead for
Yeah.
sure. It makes a cleaner final product.
This is awesome. This is way better than ours. Maybe it's me. Maybe I just don't know how to make good mead. Not touching it, it's fucked up.
Hey, I was there.
Yeah. But I just touched it, so it is no good.
But honestly, it's not the.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's just not what
It's
I
not
was
what we
expecting.
were shooting for. We'll have to
No.
do a little more research and to try a round 2 of it.
Follow up for sure.
We'll definitely have to do a follow up.
Yeah. This has 0 heat that I'm picking up on the Lutra only fermented mead. And then that with the wine yeast had a lot more heat. And I haven't had it in about a week. And it's, well, obviously it's not it, but that didn't have any of the heat that it used to have. This is fucking clean from the get.
Yeah, I'm
This is
super happy with
10%,
this.
10.5% in 2 weeks, and it tastes phenomenal. I think the extract is such a game changer. Everyone's such a hater on extracts, bro, but you don't lose any yield.
Nope.
It's really cheap,
It's super cheap.
easy to use,
Yep.
and it tastes good. Granted, I think it has a little bit of difference,
It would
but
be interesting for another video maybe down the road to compare an extract to the real thing.
right, yeah.
I guarantee there's probably other people who've done it, but I think it would be a fun experiment to run.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow Derek if you have Instagram at World Tree Mead. He definitely is doing a bunch of shit, including stuff with peppers and PB&J meads and all kinds of stuff. Thanks for watching so much. I appreciate every single one of you. If you got any value or entertainment out of this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you like brewing related video or content, even mead stuff, make sure to consider subscribing. And until next time, guys, cheers. The can that you bought from however far away that was,
The
6% or 7% with brewer's yeast,
dude, it was so good.
it was hella good.
So I was hoping that's what this would taste like, but
That one?
let's see.
You'll see.